Test, test, test. What's going on? Yo, what's going on? Let me know how we sounding. We got a few setups we're looking at right now. Just waiting for volume to pick up. Make sure to like the live and subscribe as you'll hop up in here. But we're just waiting for the volume to pick up right now. We got a couple setups we're looking at. If y'all was in the live stream yesterday, GJ ended up going as projected. Remember yesterday's live stream, we was looking at GJ sales as well as we were looking at NAS and US30 sales. NAS100 is what we was looking for. Remember in yesterday's live, we was waiting for price to break and retest, and the price failed to hold over as resistance. Well, look what price did later on that day, right? Same thing with GJ. GJ ended up doing what we was looking for yesterday as well. So as far as what we're looking for right now, we're going to be looking at possible GU sales, possible GJ sales as well. And then we're going to look at possible continued sales on NAS and US30 also. Gold, we're still waiting for price to either break above and hold 40.24 as support. Then we can look for buys going to 40.54. Or if we break back down below 39.74 as resistance, then we'll look for sales. All right, now as far as today, we do have 8:30 Canadian news, but that's it. We don't have any USD news or GBP news, nothing like that. So you already know the drill. We're just chilling, waiting for volume and our confirmations to be met. All right, so let's see how GU reacts to this level. So if GU fails to maintain 31.30 as resistance, I'm not going to look for sales. If we can't hold this low as resistance, we're going to look for sales. Got a new 15 about to pop up in a little bit. Those just joined the stream. We have not entered these trades yet. These are just trade ideas. We have not entered these trades yet. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Telegram. We're going to pull that up in a little bit. But again, we're just waiting for price to come to our levels. Let me zoom in so y'all can see this stuff a little bit better. Again, we're just waiting for price to react to one of our levels. If GJ can break back down below 201.05 to hold as resistance. We could look for sales going down to 260 like yesterday. And then with GU, if we can break below and hold 31.10 as resistance, we could look for sales going down to 30.90. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we're getting charged, drop in the chat. Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today. Dropped some new videos for y'all earlier this week, and make sure to check those out after the live is over. All playlists are up to date. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all see that scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram playmaker_way, TikTok _playmakerway_. Got some new posts lined up for y'all today also. to see some action this next 15. We got GJ and GU pushing down. We got US30 pushing down also, as well as NAS100. Yeah, so we might get some action in a second, y'all. I like these setups. Yeah, we're going to be looking to see if we can break below and hold these levels as resistance. All right, let's see how price reacts right here. Oops, my bad. Again, look how price reacting to this level. This is why exactly we want to wait for price to hold this level as resistance. All right, so we're looking to see if we can break and hold this level as resistance. Got a new 15 about to pop up in a minute. We got GJ pushing down. Also, we look for the same sell setup we went for yesterday on GJ. We got NAS and US30 pushing also. So we got a few setups, but potentially about to play out. We got a few setups potentially about to play out. All right, let's see if we can close and hold this level right here. They're still going to jump in. Yes, we might have some setups in a second. New 15 just popped up. So we're looking for a retest right here to see if we can hold this low as resistance. US30 NAS reacted off that. Yeah, I like this right here. Just waiting for the retest. Get a look how US30 and NAS reacted to this level. Again, we're looking to see if we can break below and hold 46,990 as resistance. If so, we can look for sales going down to 46,880. And then with NAS100, if we can break below, where's my thing at? And hold 25,200 as resistance, we can look for sales going down to 25,100. So what the hell just happened to my shit? What the fuck? Trading View been tripping lately. I don't know what the hell just happened to my shit. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Trading View's been blanking out lately. She pushed it. So I didn't retest yet, so again we're gonna wait for the retest. But I do like these subs. Looks like Price is about to try to do some stuff for us. I do like these setups right here though. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Trading View just did to like half my charts. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what the fuck just happened to my shit. So we got GJ breaking this level also. So the G was pushing again. It didn't do the retest it was looking for. What the fuck? I ain't even gonna worry about that. We ain't gonna worry about that. But anyways, we got the background music tripping out. We're gonna see how price reacts to these levels right here. All right, here's the retest. Let's see if we can hold this low as resistance. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we get any charts, drop in the chat. We also got US30 and NAS trying to do something too. Yeah, I like these setups right here. There's the retest. Yeah, I don't know what trade we did to my trade ideas, but we'll just get rid of them. I like that retest rejection. Yeah, I like this right here. So I like GU and GG. I like all of these right here. I ain't gonna lie. We're not gonna jump into all these though, but especially when we got one account. So now we're gonna watch and see how NAS US30 hold. GJ pushing, GU pushing. Yeah, I'm liking this setup right here. Yeah, I'm liking these setups. New 5-minute about to pop up in a little bit. New 5-minute about to pop up. GU pushing. Those I waited for the retest is in GU. I should be in profit right now. We're about to hit TP1 on this. Yeah, we just hit TP1. Make sure to like that live, y'all. All right, let's see. Let's see what this next 15 and 5 looks like. NAS US30 ended up rejecting that low. We're gonna see who's gonna push right down below. Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today at the beginning of the New York session. Make sure to be on the lookout for that. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Super Free Telegram. I'll see you on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. If we go to November 3rd, I believe, you can see how we ended October. October, we went 30 wins, 4 losses, 88% win rate, cut 166,000 pips. You click right here, it's going to take you to the beginning of the month. We can also see how we ended September. You scroll to October 3rd, you can see how we ended the quarter. Let's do this over so you can see this. You go to October 3rd, you can see how we ended quarter 3, July 17 and 2, August 23 and 2, September 16 and 3, ended quarter 56 and 7, it's 89% win rate. Click right here, it's going to take you to the quarter. You also see how we did quarter 2, 90% win rate, and with quarter 1, we also had a 90% win rate. So we literally just been killing it this year so far. And as far as how we're doing this week, we went 1-0 yesterday, caught a nice 1-3 RR on GJ. Then we caught a nice yesterday. I know on Wednesday we caught a nice. I don't know what the first rate is doing, not sure, but Wednesday we caught a nice 1-1, well almost 1-1 gold. Tuesday we went 2-0, caught a nice 1-5, and then a nice 1-4 on gold and GU. And then Monday we went 2-0 as well, caught a nice 1-2 on gold and then 1-1 on GU. So we are 2, 4, 5, 6-0 this week, technically 7-0. We are in profit, hit TP1 on GU. So we absolutely killed this week. NAS pushed back down below, so we're looking to see if we can close the whole 25,200 as resistance. If so, we can look for sales going down to 25,100. And the same thing with US30, we're going to see if we can break down below and hold that low as resistance. Usually looks like it's going to try to do the same move we went for yesterday. But yeah, there's a lot of setups today. I'm going a lot of potential setups today. Who's in GU with me? Let me know if y'all jumped in with me. Again, y'all see at the beginning of the live, we talked about this. We saw the break, we saw the retest, and now we see price pushing to the downside. About to hit TP2 right here. What's going on, Living Fancy up in here? What's going on, Christian? You're in? What's going on, Yaz? Yeah, so we're in profit right now. We got a little bit of work to do. We had a retracement take place yesterday, which was good because the retracement that took place on Wednesday and yesterday canceled that big dump we had on Monday. But we also maintained as low as resistance last night, which is what made me want to go for sales also because we're still in a downtrend. But again, if we don't break past 30.90, we could be ranging a little bit for the day. There is no news besides Canadian news at 8:30, so keep that in mind for those that trade Canadian pairs. But as we can see with NASDAQ US30, again, this is why we don't breakout trade. This is why we did exactly what we did with GU. We waited for the break and retest. All right, now we got GJ about to see if we can hold this low as resistance here. And we got GU retracing as well. I gotta fix my gold charts. I don't know what the hell trading with is in my charts. But we just do them again. No biggie. No biggie, no biggie, no biggie. That's the boost and stop loss. Let's see how GJ reacts to this level. We definitely need to push back down below and hold 260 as resistance, because if not, we could be sucked back into reversal territory. We did fill that gap up and had a nice drop yesterday, but I didn't see why the wick after we hit that level, we retraced literally right back to our entry point. We tried multiple times to hold that low as resistance. As you can see, we retraced back, and then we've just been chilling here all night. So the gameplay still sells, but like always with New York session, we usually have fewer setups on the indices and futures. Sometimes we do have setups London session, but sometimes it's just strictly New York session. We got that volume kicking in, just like yesterday. The news was looking for, the level wasn't held until New York. Right, but imagine we would have we would have filmed a jump into that trade. We'd be in an unnecessary drawdown right now, and that potential risk of our stop loss getting hit. All right, again, just wait for your rules. Your rules are your rules for a reason. Let's see how GJ and GU play out. Got a new 5-minute about to pop up in a minute. You got a new 15, a new hour about to pop up. Y'all don't know what the hell's going on with trading you. I just paid y'all's asses. I'd like for y'all to stop trolling my charts, but it's all good. We're about to see we can hit this next TP. We're about 2 pips away. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. Trady's been tripping this whole live stream. Oh man. So again, there's only 8:30 Canadian news today as far as the game plan for today. We're going to be looking at sales for US30 and NAS100. I'm going to be doing the futures version of New York price watch list like always, but if we can break below hold 46,990 as resistance, we can look for sales going to 46,880. With NAS100, same thing. If we can break below 25,200, hold as resistance, we can look for sales going to 25,110. And then gold, we're going to be looking for buys if we can break above and hold 40.24 support. We go for buys going to 40.54. Or if we break back down below 39.76 and hold that resistance, we're going to be looking for sales. And then GJ, as long as we maintain 201.60 as resistance, we're bearish, but we need to hold 260 as resistance for the downtrend to continue. So we're looking for sales on everything besides possibly gold, depending on what side the coin lands on. So we hit TP1 on G, we almost hit TP2. So again, we are not comfortable holding the trade. Maybe you know what the entry SL the TPs are. But yeah, we're going to see what the rest of today's got in store for us. Looks like the NAS and the US30 is about to go for around 2. See if we can break one, hold these levels as resistance. If so, I'm not against sell setups on these. Let's see how price plays out. Looks like everything trying to go timber right now. That's what it looks like. We don't want to just go for the breakout. We want to wait for the break and retest. Wait for the break and retest. Oh, man, I'm glad it's Friday. I get to sleep in tomorrow. Actually, I can't sleep in tomorrow. I get to sleep a little bit more. I got some shit to do tomorrow. But I might get some action in a little bit, y'all. Was looking at NAS US30. We're still looking at these for even if they don't play a London session. This is still the game plan going into New York. But again, you can see why again you want to wait for the break and retest and not just breakout trade. Right, we would have entered out that breakout twice. Would have been in a drawdown. Potential stop loss getting hit, and then same thing with US30. Right. Again, want to see if we can break and hold. Still just chilling between TP1 and almost TP2 on GU. We're going to be on for a little bit longer, y'all. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When looking at any charts, drop in the chat. We're going to be on for a little bit longer. I want to see if we can hit one more TP before we hop off. You can see how everything else is rejecting. Yeah, look at them reject. So they're probably going to play out going into New York session. I need more views. Hey, I mean, I know how to get views. Like I say all the time, like I run other social media pages, not as heavy as I used to, but I have other pages I be running in other niches. So I know how to go viral and stuff like that. It's just, again, when it comes to trading, main ways you're going to get views is either you promote lifestyle or if I just post every day, every P&L. But I'm not going to post my P&L every single day for the world to know what's in my pockets. And then two, I'm not trying to have a bunch of people here thinking trading is something it's not. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's why I just keep it strictly to the information and stuff like that. You know, and you would think it'd be the other way around. You would think if motherfuckers want to learn how to trade, it'd be like, oh, this video's talking about this, this, and that. But a lot of people, you know, they don't want to learn. It would be cool if they know how to do it. But also, I think people get like the dopamine off of, you know, watching other people live certain ways, stuff like that. But like I said, I know how to go viral. If I posted every trade breakdown, and posted all my P&Ls, every video, oh, I made 5K this day, 10K this day, blah, 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 I'd have a lot more views, but I'm not trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I do appreciate it. So, you know, if you want me to get more views, you know, showing the live like you're doing now, make sure to like, subscribe, like and comment on my videos, especially on my TikTok and Instagram as well. That's going to help because that's going to push me through the algorithm and stuff like that. You know, that's why I always shout out everybody that be in the lives because, you know, we doing what we're doing regardless over here. We're eating regardless. All right, but that's the best way to help me out. Also share it to your trading friends. I got a new video dropping for y'all later on today. Make sure to catch it to the playlist, y'all. All playlists are up to date. Again, we're really just waiting for volume, right? We had big moves happen last week, at the beginning of this week, even yesterday on certain charts, and then Fridays, especially with like no news on Fridays, they're sometimes used as retracement days, but there are still some nice steps we can see going into New York session, right? With NAS and US30, we're still looking for sales, and then gold slowly pushing its way back up. So we can see a possible buy setup here going into New York session. We almost hit TP2, but it was struggling to break past this point. Again, it retraced for 2 days to cancel out the drop that took place on Tuesday. But we still maintain that level as resistance. So we just got a little bit of work to. We got to break past this level right there. We just need some volume. That's all we really need. Just like on Tuesday when we went for the sell. All right, this is the same sell we went for on Tuesday. So if y'all weren't in Tuesday's live stream, watch Tuesday's live stream. If we broke down into this trade live, had TPs get hit live as well. We see how it was volume that broke through this and then the retracements and stuff didn't happen to after the fact. So we're going to need some volume to break back through this level again. Yeah, but everything else is rejecting. So yeah, we're going to leave NAS US30 and gold alone until New York session. Going to let them do their thing, wait for the more volume to pick up. And then we're going to let GU do this thing. All right, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody who's been live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody who's been live since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. If you're interested in learning how to identify these lows, my single service and mentorship programs, make sure to hit those links in the description because the sale does end for real this time on Sunday. All right. So make sure to take advantage of the sale again. Where's the fucking codes at? Use discount code locked in for 25% off the advanced play studio one-on-one sessions. That's including yearly, monthly, and lifetime. And then use discount code playbook for 40% off Playmaker University. You watch the last 3.5 minutes of my videos. I'll go over all the details, show you behind the scenes of what the stuff looks like as well. And also when you click that link, it's going to tell you what everything includes. Well, of course, if you got any questions, you can contact me directly on Instagram, Telegram, and TikTok. I respond to all messages. Again, I got a new video dropping for y'all today at the beginning of the New York session. Make sure everybody knows one for that. And I got some new posts lined up for y'all Instagram and TikTok as well. But yeah, so we're gonna see how June plays out, and then we're gonna see what New York sessions got in store for us, right? Because again, same thing happened with us yesterday with US30 and NAS. Our confirmations weren't met. It rejected that level, but then when New York Open happened, as you can see, price broke down below 930, 945. Volume continuing to the downside on US30 and NAS100. Right, again, my trading views tripping out. I don't know what the hell's happening because my stuff's still showing on my phone. Like when I pull up the app on my phone, like all my trades and stuff and my trade ideas are still showing. But if y'all was on live earlier, you saw what happened to all my stuff. I don't know what the hell's going on. And then for the YM side, I'm looking on the YM side. US30 is doing the move I was looking for on the YM side. So, like I said, futures trades, I'm gonna do the New York price watch. Let's go over the prices. But why it's pushing right now. I think but that's another conversation. Talk about behind the scenes with the future because I discovered some stuff with the futures and the indices charts. I'm going to talk about with the members and students. So I'm going to draw my trade idea out again. Let me see what's on my phone first. I got distracted. I was supposed to see if it's still on my phone or not. Yeah, so it's still showing on my phone. That's what I don't know what's happening on my computer. It's all good. Members, you already know in a few hours I'll drop the New York price watch list for y'all. But yeah, I just got my alerts. I'm going to let price do its thing. Again, you don't want to chase price. You want to wait for price to come to you. Wait for your setups to show up. If your shadows don't show up, just like we saw US30 and NAS, We simply don't take the setup. We don't get upset about it. We simply don't take the setup because I'd rather wait for my setup to come than take a bunch of trades early or break my rules and then take a bunch of losses. And then finally, once my setup comes, my confirmations are met, I take the setup. But instead of winning or having a win for the day, I'm playing catch up from all the dumb mistakes I made earlier in the day just due to impatience. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Road? Please, how do you bookmark your watch list on the left side of the trading view? You're talking about my tabs. So what you do, I get this question every now and then. So what you do is, because your tabs are going to be on the top, right? They're going to be what's it called, horizontal. So to make them vertical, you right click your tabs, right? You right click, and you see how it says turn off vertical tabs. So for you, it's going to say turn on vertical tabs, right? So that's what you do. So that way you're not clicking all up here. You can just click on the sides like I'm doing. But that's how you do it. You right click your tabs and then you go to where it says, it'll say for you turn on vertical tabs, right? Like if I do this, you see how all my shit's up here looking, disgusting. And then I go right here, turn on vertical tabs. And now we're looking all nice and neat. Yeah, that's how you do it. Just we're about to hit this next TP. No problem, no problem. And again, y'all just right click and do turn on vertical tabs. And then for those, I don't think I put this in the free course part 1 video last week. But for those that have alerts on y'all's trading view, right? And your alerts aren't going off on your phone, you have to turn the notifications on in the app. Right. So you have to, let's say you have an alert. You gotta do it on your phone, right? So you go to your app on your phone and then you go to that alert and then you hit the 3 dots and then you go to settings. Well, no, you don't go to settings. You hit the 3 dots and then it's gonna say edit alert, right? And then when you hit edit alert, it's gonna be at the very top left of your 3 dots. You're gonna say edit alert. And then you're gonna see 3 things. You're gonna say settings, message, and notifications. So you go to notifications and then you check the push notifications. That way you'll get a text notification whenever your alerts go off. So not just only do I get the beep and then the notification on my computer on the bottom left, but when you turn the settings on the app on your phone, then every time your levels get hit, you have to do it for every single one though, right? So every single alert you have to toggle it on your phone. That way every time it gets hit, it's gonna send a text. Well, not a text, but a notification like a text right on your phone. That way you know immediately as well. So again, like I said, like when I'm off this stream, I be taking set, like even New York session, right? I be taking setups New York session, London session off my phone. I'm not on my computer. Or let me not say I'm not on my computer. I'm not at my desk. You know what I mean? Like you don't got to stare at your desk and watch your computer screen all day. Like you should wait for your setups. But to help me with FOMO and stuff like that, let me get rid of this damn ad. Get your bread though. Let me skip this ad. Why the hell he posing like that? Man, I'd show y'all this if I could, but I ain't got to ruin y'all's day. Y'all don't need to see that shit. But well, yeah, so that's something to keep in mind as well. So NAS and US30 are pushing back down. Let's see if we can break and hold this time. We're going for around 3 or around 4. We're getting teased right now, though. We've been getting teased for like the past 30 minutes right here. We're still in profit, but we're getting teased right now. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. We'll look at each other, drop in the chat. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer. I be noticing a lot more people be hopping in at 4 a.m. So let me know if y'all want me to start streaming 3 to 5. Right, I might not do that every day, but I can do that a few days out the week. So I be noticing that like when I be about to end the live, that's when everybody be hopping in. So 4 a.m. works better. Obviously, we're still be streaming at the London Open, but if you want to see me stream 3 to 5, let me know. We can start doing that. 3 to 5 sounds nice. Okay, we can start doing that. Like I said, might not be every day. We'll see how it goes next week, but I could definitely start doing that, if not every other day, at least. Because like I said, it's not like I be going to sleep after I end the stream. Like I still be on the charts and shit. It's just like I said, I just go back to how I be doing it. Like before I live stream, like I used to wake up, open up my phone, open up a computer, go to my desk, do my analysis. After do my analysis, boom, I'm in bed now. You know what I'm saying? I'll just be waiting for my setups and stuff in the bed, chilling. I'll be working out or cooking or some shit, but I'll still be awake. And this is good stuff to look at, especially new traders, so y'all can see again the realistic side of trading. It's not always even like when you see these videos. Oh, I made this in 5 minutes. Yes, from the time you enter and exit a trade, you can be in and out 5 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever the case may be. But it's not as simple as from the time I opened up my computer, did my analysis, waited for my confirmation, enter, then TPs get hit or SL gets hit. It's 5 minutes. That's not how it's going to be. Now, granted, there's been plenty of times where we've opened up the charts immediately on market open, especially New York Open. We enter a trade and we hit TPs immediately, right? But to say the whole process is going to take that long, that's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? Again, can it happen? Yes, but is it going to happen every single day? Hell no. All right, so TPT just got hit up. GJ's pushing back down as well. NAS100 is pushing back down. US30 is pushing back down. Like I said, like I was looking at YM did a drop a lot earlier than we can take gold off. YM did a drop. See, I don't know why the hell my computer is bugging out like this. Like this is not like what my app looked like. Like that on my phone, that's not what my charts look like. I'm like, let me make sure, because now I feel like trading is trying to gaslight. Let me go to my app real quick, because I know I'm not tripping. I just looked this up like 5 minutes ago. I don't know what's going on with trading. That is not what it looks like on my phone. I don't know what the hell trade view got going on. Now it's on my app. Now I don't know what the fuck trade view got going on. But anyways, we're not even. It's Friday. We're not even about to trip about that shit. Let's just go back to our regularly scheduled program. Even like trade deal on NAS is not popping up, but on my phone is there, so I know if I put it back up, and then when Telegram refreshes, I'm gonna have like 3 fucking trade ideas stacked together on some weird shit. So we're about to see if we can hit TB3 on GU. Again, we broke down and entered this trade live. So if y'all are late to the party, rewind to, I want to say the beginning. What time did we take this trade? Let me see what time we took this trade. Took this trade at 3:35. We started this live at, so you rewind to about 30 minutes in. 30 minutes, 35 minutes in. Make sure to subscribe, y'all. If you're not subscribed already, we just hit 4,100 subscribers. Let's get to 4,200. We can get to that easily. So we got GJ pushing down. Looks like they did the same move we went for yesterday. Again, if GJ can maintain 201.05 as resistance, we can look for sales going down to 260. As US30 looks like they're about to do something. It's 430. What you got? What you got? Yeah, I like these setups right there. Yeah, I like NAS and US30 right here. Just for visual purposes. So again, we can maintain a whole 25,190 as resistance. We look for sales going down to 25,100. Yeah, New York session going to be interesting. All right, y'all, get y'all last questions in. Because after I finish typing the stuff up, we're going to wrap it up. We're most likely not going to go live on TikTok today. If so, it might be an earlier and a shorter one. But we usually don't go live on Fridays on TikTok. Sometimes we do, like we did last week. I'll let you know. But give me one second. I can't talk and type. Give me one second. So like what I tell you, now my phone got the double sell ideas. Pretty hilarious today. So we're slightly in profit. Let's better see if we can get TP1. US30% as well. Do I trade crypto? I do not trade crypto, but I do invest in crypto. So if you check out my playlist, I got a bunch of playlists, not just you, but everybody watching. I got a bunch of playlists. I got the crypto playlist, and then the Bitcoin analysis playlist. So the Bitcoin analysis playlist, I go over Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, and I go over long-term investing, right? So if you're going to be holding for a month, a quarter plus, and then in the crypto altcoin analysis playlist, I go over altcoins. They also have a stock analysis playlist, and for the past year, I've been giving accurate analysis and plays for prices to DC and DC it out. You can also see that in the free signal, free Telegram. First in the description, right? You go to photos, like when everybody in Q2 was talking about the stock market was crashing. I told you that wasn't crashing; it was just a retracement, right? So we go to the beginning of April. Well, let's do this first, right? So we go to May. You can see here at the beginning of April, I dropped this video, and then 3 days later, these 5 stocks went up 19%, 6%, 24%, 3%, 14%, just 3 days after I dropped the video. And then a month later, those 5 stocks were 45, 36, 5, 4, 6%, right? So I've been doing that for the past year. There's some change with crypto and stocks, but I don't trade crypto or stocks. I just long-term invest them. I mainly just trade, well, I'm not even gonna say mainly, I just trade Forex indices, right? But again, my strategy works on futures, stocks, crypto, everything. Because as you see, no trend lines on indicators, it's just simply price action and going off a market structure, right? So all charts have price action and market structure. All charts work the exact same way. That's how I can go from GU right here today, and I was in GJ yesterday, but then the day before that, we was in gold back to back to back to back to back. And then we also, yesterday, right now, NAS100. Yesterday, again, my sell idea is not showing, but we took this NAS100 setup. Look, it's right here. I don't know what the hell trading we got going on. You can see, I don't know. Anyways, we're not even going to trip about that. It's Friday. I'm not tripping. But you can see the US30 setup still here from yesterday, right? So that's how I'm able to trade all these different charts and still make bread off of them because all charts work the same way, right? So that's why I don't really get behind it. Now, obviously, you need to not over trade, right? All you need is one good trade a day, but that's why I don't just look at one chart, because not every day is that chart, even if it's your favorite chart, favorite pair to trade, going to have an A+ setup, right? I always say, like, for example, this week, we didn't trade NAS100, US30 at all Monday through Wednesday. It wasn't until yesterday and today that we took NAS100 and US30 setups. It wasn't because I didn't feel like trading it Monday through Wednesday. It was simply because it wasn't an A+ setup until yesterday and today. You get what I'm saying? Same thing with GJ. Like, we was riding the wave of GJ all all July, and then literally all of July, right? Like, we're going to GJ. We was riding that wave up all July, like that entire higher high, that entire uptrend during the summer quarter. We rode that wave up. But then there was also a period that we stopped trading GJ, not because I don't like trading GJ, but because we got sucked into consolidation for fucking 3 months. You get what I'm saying? So, that's why I could switch back and forth. So yeah, definitely make sure to explore that playlist. But that's more long-term investing, right? So again, I'm going over stuff if you're holding for over a month, like you're holding for a month, 3 months, half a year plus type shit. Because real estate and investments, especially when you start making a bunch of money, is a way to help with taxes, right? Also, with day trading, like, you don't really need to worry about this till you start making money, like a lot of money, like 5K plus. Because with day trading, it's self-employment. So that's why, like, with prop firms, they give you a contract that's I forgot the name of it, but it's like a contract, like a contractor contract, like every year it's contracting. right? It's kind of like the same thing they give you, like if you're like DoorDashing or Ubering or some shit, right? So day trading is under self-employment. So with self-employment, you got to pay a certain percentage. But if you put it under a business, an LLC, you don't have to pay that much. But also, you can start writing off a bunch of shit as well. Like you write off your internet, your phone bill, fucking shit, your electricity, fucking. Depending on how extreme you go, like you can write off everything in your fucking house. Let me not say everything in your house, but like you can write off a lot of shit to save money, but also invest in, right? Because if it's put somewhere they can't touch it, it's just like a trust and shit like that. So a lot of my profits I be throwing into a bunch of different places, so I don't gotta pay these motherfuckers shit. But that's also why I don't announce what I make every single day, because that's how motherfuckers get caught up, right? So everybody think I'm just calling these accurate setups every single day, but somehow I'm not taking these setups as well. Keep believing that, because that's insanity. Like, how the hell for the past 3 years have I been calling out all these plays, but y'all think I don't be taking these setups? Like, that makes zero fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? But that's just some more games. So we're chilling in G right now. We're almost at TP1. Well, we just hit TP1. Well, no, that's a lie. We almost hit TP1 with NAS100. So y'all jumped into NAS100 or US30, y'all should be in profit. Of course, y'all was in G, y'all should be in profit right now. So we are 8-0 this week. Yeah, so we're 2-0 today, so we're 8-0 this week, because we went 1-0 yesterday, we went 1-0 on Wednesday, we went 2-0 on Monday and Tuesday, and then we're 2-0 today. So not a bad week. Not a bad week. Not a bad week. Yeah, we hit TP1. Let me let the numbers in. Not a bad week. And I just want to emphasize this: the reason why we have a 100% win rate this week is not because none of our analysis was incorrect. It's simply because, again, we have our game plan and we wait for our confirmations, right? We don't just say, okay, we're looking for buys. It's just like what we're doing with the TikTok Live, where we got the playbook, right? Like, there's conditions that need to be met for price to do the next move. You know what I mean? That's why I would say we're just chilling, patiently waiting. Let's see what else we got going on. I right click on I see the turn into vertical. It might be different for the computer you got. Like I ain't got no MacBook or nothing. I just got a basic HP. So whatever computer you have, you should be able to do it. So if you don't find it the way I said, your best bet's just to Google your computer brand and your model. You be like, how to turn on vertical tabs for MacBook, whatever, or whatever type of computer you got, right? But for me, all I got to do, right? So I can just go back to, I don't really like doing this, but I'm going to do this for y'all because I hate my computer looking like this, right? But all I got to do is go to a tab, right click it, and then scroll down to where it says turn on vertical tabs, and then it'll go vertical like that. But yeah, so if it doesn't work that way, like I said, you might have to read them, but mine's at the very bottom. But worst come to worst, just Google your model and say how to turn on vertical tabs for computer model, blah, 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 blah. And then you will find your answer. Because, you know what I'm saying? Reddit and Quora, there's always going to be somebody that got an answer for you. All right, bet, right? And like I've been saying this since the beginning of the year, especially because we had some retracements on gold. Y'all need to get y'all some crypto and gold. I'm not saying get y'all some Bitcoin. Fuck Bitcoin, right? Shout out to Bitcoin, but fuck Bitcoin, because again, I was just talking to a member student about this yesterday. Unless you can afford 50K or 100K, you're not going to make shit with Bitcoin, right? Versus these other altcoins, right? Because for you to double your investment on Bitcoin, it would have to hit 200K. You see what I'm saying? Versus with these altcoins that are worth $10 or less, like for example, like let's use XRP, right? Like I was telling y'all about XRP when we first broke 50 cents, right? And I started making videos on YouTube and shit when we broke past 70 cents, right? So for XRP back last year, all you needed for you to double your investment if you got in at 50 cents was for it to hit $1. If you got in at 70 cents, you need to hit $1.40, right? And then you would have doubled your investment, right? But for the other altcoins that are worth like 10 cents, 20 cents, all you need is for that coin to go up to 40 cents. If it's worth 20 cents, you doubled your investment. If it goes up $1, you fucking 3x, 4x your investment, right? So you'll get a lot more bang for your buck, literally, off the altcoins versus Bitcoin. But you definitely want to get you some, obviously stocks as well. But you definitely want to get you some crypto and some gold, right? Gold has not been as expensive, I don't want to say ever, but in a very long time, right? And I just think it's very interesting, that the government shut down and all this other shit's going on. And for those that don't know, they got rid of the gold standard back in the day. But now when crypto's been pumping, gold's been pumping as well. So I'm like, why is crypto and gold pumping? Why is gold so expensive out of nowhere? And then, the government shut down and all this other shit. All I'm going to say is, just some food for thought. But we hit the next TP. Let's let the members and students know. Just some food for thought. We hear TP3 on True. Let's see what's up to. Do the TP1 on NAS. So yeah, good start to the day. So yeah, I'm gonna let these charts do their thing. Let it chill. I got a few things to do as well before the day gets started. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody who's been live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody who's been live since y'all joined. Yeah, like I always say, enjoy the weekend, but do not waste it. Especially if you're new to trading or you're not profitable yet, you need to take advantage of that weekend. Review your trades, keep your mindset sharp and ready for the week, because 2 days and then the markets are back open, right? And like I always say, the hard part isn't learning how to read the charts. I make it simple. The hard part isn't learning the strategy. I make that simple. The hard part is executing the strategy consistently, waiting for your setups, having that discipline and that patience. That's the hard part, right? I always say we're habit-based people, right? So you're not going to, especially over the weekend in 2 days, break your habit, especially not working on breaking your habit. That's how you can have or end the week good on Thursday, Friday, but then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're making the same mistakes you thought you got rid of last week. And then instead of starting off on a great start, you're back where you left off last week. You get what I'm saying? But we're going to go ahead and wrap this stuff up, y'all. Got some retracements taking place on US30 NAS. We want to see how that plays out. And then we want to see how GU can break past this lower around here.